Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Study On. This is Samia Aziz, and you are here with me to learn about software that will help you with your operation research problems. You can professionally solve them using this software, or you can use it as a guide, because sometimes when you want to know that if you have done your problem correctly or not, this software will help you in every possible manner. So let's get started with this software. This can be easily downloaded from a link that I will drop in description box below. You can download it and you can run it when you have to use. Okay, so before actually running this software, what you have to do is that you have to bring the resolution of your screen display as low as possible. See that here I have reduced resolution to 1024 by 768 because this software runs on a low resolution. If you will try to run it on a high resolution, so it will not work. So before running this software, you have to bring it down and then apply. Okay, after doing so, you can easily run your software that you're seeing on the screen. The name of the software is TORA, and this is very helpful to make you better understand about operation research problems that you will be doing later on. So you are seeing the option click here. Simply click, and then a small window is appeared in front of us in which there are certain options available, and these all are the options that are present in our operation research book. These are separate chapters and techniques that we can apply to reach to a problem solution. So where we have to start, we have to begin with linear programming because we are on chapter number 2, and in previous lecture we have learned about how we can solve a problem with a linear programming technique where we are available with the two variables. Now, having done so, we will be present with another screen where we have to select certain options. The first option we have to select is the input mode. So in input mode, you have to select either you are going to enter a new problem or selecting an existing file. When you have to input it for a first time, you have to select the entered new problem. But when you have to already you have entered the problem and you have saved the file somewhere, and you have to save your time by not entering the details again, so you can always click on selecting existing file, and this will basically lead you to the area where you have recorded your or you saved your file. Double clicking it will open all the details that you have saved earlier. So this is the easiest method of fetching the data from the file where you have stopped. But in case that you don't want that, and you have to do this from the scratch, so how you can do it, let me show you. We are coming back to the screen, and we are selecting linear programming. We are selecting enter new problem, and then you have to select input format. Okay, input format means that what kind of notation you want to have in your results or in your calculation. So we are going to select decimal notation, how many numerators and how many denominators after decimal places. So 5 and 2 by default state is just fine. Then have to click on a go to input screen. As soon as you click on go to input screen, you'll be seeing an area where you have to input the data. So as the problem was, we are going to do the same problem that we did solve manually, we are going to solve here with the software. So for the sake of your better understanding, so I'm writing here down the ready mix company, right? The problem title was ready mix production problem. Yes. Then comes in another box where you have to enter the number of variables available. So in linear programming, there are two variables available. So if you remember from the last problem, we had interior parent and exterior parent. So we will enter 2 over here. And the number of constraints. The number of constraints means the number of restrictions or limitations that you are available with. So it can be, any number like 2, 3, 4. That depends on a problem of the company. So right now we had 4 number of constraints available. So if you will enter this detail, then another small window is appeared in front of you where you are being asked to input the data according to the number of variables and constraints you have. So first if you look in the first column, the second column, and there is a variable name. Okay, so we have to enter the variable name, whatever. So our variable name, first one was exterior paint. So I have to enter here exterior paint. Then x2 was, or xe was, interior paint. So I have to enter here the name of the second variable. Then to enter the further data in our input window, we have to open the source from where we can take the information of maximize function and rest of the constraints. So the maximize function here is 5xe plus 4xi. So I have entered 5 as a coefficient in the place of the first variable, and 4 coefficient at the place of the second variable, 5 plus 4xi. Then the constraint number 1, the data we can input is 6xe plus 4xi less than or equal to 24. So I have to enter 6 in the place of exterior paint, 4 in the place of interior paint, less than, and then enter here the total number of raw material 1 available, which is 24. Then we have constant number 2 that you can see on the screen here, which is xe plus 2xi less than or equal to 6. So xe means that the coefficient is 1. For the interior paint, we have coefficient 2, and less than or equal to raw material 2 restriction, which is 6. Third restriction that we have is minus xe. So here we will write minus 1. Then we will write xi, which is 1, coefficient 1 less than or equal to 1. And the fourth restrictions that we have is xi less than or equal to 2. Okay, so here we will enter xi less than or equal to 2, which is meaning that the first variable is 0, the second one variable is 1, and the value equals to 2. Now we have entered all the related or required information into our input table. Now we can enter, and we can go to solve menu. Now, do you wish to save the data? If yes, then you can click yes, and it will ask the place where you have to save the data with the name whatsoever, just like you do with your other files. But for now, we don't want to save the data. We just want to go to solve menu. So here it is, a small window available. You can click the solve menu graphical, because the problem solving approach is graphical. Now again, you have to select go to output screen, and you are presented with a graph. At the right side and on the left side, you have all the equations available, all the constraints, and the objective function. So let me show you step by step. When you click on this first equation, then you will see a line is drawn from the point 6 to 4, which is basically cutting down the excess space which is not required, or where your problem is not lying. By doing so, for each equation, we will be minimizing the space or narrowing it down where a problem is lying, and easy to detect the problem solution. So the second equation you see is from 3 to 6. Again, the space or the feasible region is being trimmed down. Then if you will click on third, you will be seeing that still the narrowing down is going on, and this is from line from 1 to -1, and we have put a line over here. 4, you will be seeing a horizontal line running from point 2, which we did manually in a problem, and now you are seeing this available area is called as feasible region. So click here to graph LP in one stroke. So you will be seeing the optimum place, or the point where the productivity of the firm is ideal for its profit maximization criteria. So if you recall from our solved problem, it was on 3, which was 3 tons of interior pen production was suggested, and horizontally, if you remember, that it was at 1.5, which was suggested by us to the firm. Now if you see here, it is also telling us the optimal solution, which has a objective value of 21.00, which is when you put the values of x1 and x2 in the objective function and multiply it and add it, then you will get this value of 21.00. So suppose the value of x1 is suggested 3. So when you multiply 5 with, at the place of x1 variable, you put value of 3, you multiply 5 by 3 will become 15, plus 4 multiplied by x2. X2 is the second variable, which is 1.50, so some value will come over here. When you will add them both, you will get 21.00, and it is telling that this is the maximum profit making margin that company can have by producing 3 units of exterior paint and 1.50 units of interior paint. So this was how you can create your solution with using the software. It can help you in many ways, like you can, if you want to check on your problem or the graph that you have made is accurate or not, or your answer, so this is a great guide to go with. Or and also in the professional problem solving life, you can always create an ease with this problem. You can enter the data and can fetch the results in a professional manner. That will increase your credibility as well. Okay, the next feature is that you can print the graph and you can save it anytime with your problem that you have solved. You can attach this with your problem. This will help you to prepare your notes as well. And anytime you want to go to okay, if you want to change the or modify the input data, then you can click it and you can change it anytime. For suppose if you find out some mistake has been occurred and you have entered some value which was not a correct one, for example you have entered 10 over here, or you have entered any other value, so you can change it anytime, coming back to the screen and going back to the solve menu, which was as I showed you. So this is just an easy software to solve your problems and to just bring your solutions with a great professional touch. And this was about it. I hope you liked the lecture, and in future inshallah we will be solving more problems regarding maximization, and then we will be doing as well for the minimization kind of problem. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.